Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Christo, and this is the Imperial Britain campaign. We're doing pretty well. We are driving the Spanish out of their African holdings. We are therefore securing our grip on a nice supply line all the way down the side of Africa. Obviously bad infrastructure, but that's alright. It'll help us a little nonetheless. Soviets are willing to send me a bit more steel, as are the Free French. Always happy to receive more steel. More steel means more ships. More ships means we can replace the vast fleet that we lost in the east. It was a devastating blow, but we're moving forwards, onwards, and upwards. Let's try some probing against the Japanese lines in the north now, I think. Looks like they have a much weaker defense up here. So I'm going to redeploy, in fact, yes, I'm going to redeploy the entire main offensive force, and let's see if we can do that cut in half that I was talking about earlier. Hopefully the Chinese will be able to hold down in the south with significantly reduced assistance from me. Let's not attack when we're not ready. There's no need to waste men or planning bonus. More importantly, planning bonus earlier on. We're down on manpower. One thing I could do to solve that would be just making sure we don't have any air wings led by Brits. We do. Because the Brits are not people that control the planes. Well, I mean, if they have that much experience, I'm going to let them continue, but normally, like these two, Brits are not the ones that control the planes. Now, down here, we've got like, sure, give me another 800 bombers. We'll use Poles. Superb. We'll put them over the channel. We could also start deploying maybe some more Spitfire, not Spitfire, but naval bomber action over here. Again, we'll use sure, Dutch manpower. Getting loads of Dutch manpower. Jesus, did you see that was like 3,000 Dutch manpower we had? Yeah, we have 3,000 Dutch manpower. That's insane. Crazy good. Nice. We should use some Dutch exile divisions then. I may have just deleted the only Dutch exile division, but okay, yeah, let's build some Dutch infantry. Hell yeah. Here's their 40 width. Oh, sorry, that's our 40 width being copied over to them, I think. Or is that the 40 width they built? Because if so, that's impressive. Yeah, and we'll put anti-air and infantry in it. This is 40 hull, which is their tag. Save it up. Copy that over. Yeah. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Netherlands. I want to train it using their manpower. We have no subjects or governments in exile we could recruit templates from. I feel like you're wrong. Because here it is. It's showing it's getting no manpower. That's odd. I don't know why that isn't working. Well, we could pick one of their templates we already have and train that with their manpower. Oh, this is a Luxembourgian one. But I think I may have just deleted the only one of theirs that we actually had. Inconveniently enough. No, that's the Netherlands one. Okay, here it is. It is in the list. It just appeared at the bottom. Okay. Awesome. Well, yeah, give me another, by all means, give me another 24 army full of Dutch manpower. Sounds great. Can replace one of ours. Change our manpower into tanks. Short on support equipment, which is not what I expected to hear. So I'll put 10 more factories on that. Since it doesn't take steel, I'm more than happy to put factories on support equipment. But we aren't short on support equipment. So riddle me that. Ah, manpower needed. Okay, yeah, this is more than 300,000 manpower. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, we will only build as many as they can actually support. But another 16 divisions. Hey, that's pretty great. Meanwhile, we're running low on manpower ourselves. Where are you guys? Down here on Siam. Alright, let's half the size of the Siamese detachment. I don't want to reduce them. Where are you guys? Some of you could definitely be diminished, I think, safely. in exchange for manpower for the tank divisions, who are coming. They are coming. And we got anti-air in those tank divisions, remember? So they're going to do pretty well. We don't have specific anti-tank, but as tanks, they have pretty decent piercing. And anti-air tanks add some piercing as well. Okay, and there's the Hawker Typhoon. We'll also go straight onto the Tempest before we do anything with that. Why can't you spend air XP on upgrading planes? I guess they just thought it would be unbalanced, which is fair. Some Italian ships defending convoys over here. That's interesting. Well, don't mind me while I just rebase these guys over to the Caribbean. That sounds like some Italian ships asking for trouble to me. And in fact, you guys, I bet we could invade from here to here. Ah, you have to go around that side. That's inconvenient. How about if I landed here? How about here? How about here? How about here? That could work. We just go there, then grab San Jose. It's only Americans dying even if they do die, so it's no big deal. Don't take it personally. American viewers. Anywhere else I can industrialize for steel. Just any steel anywhere. Doesn't look like it. Alright, go on then. Give me that 4 up in Canada. Oh, and we're building some Quebec mines, so we'll want them there as well. Anything else I want to build? We've got the best radar we can have down here, haven't we? Yeah. I could build some anti-air over England. Let's take a look. Have we actually had any factories damaged by enemy bombing recently? Excuse me, by the way, I forgot to mute there. We've lost 1 fighter. We've had 2 buildings bombed. Yeah, we're getting some buildings bombed. Okay, I mean, it will wipe out some enemy planes, right? So it's a good investment, I think. So we'll put those in. Seems good to me. Build a bunch of anti-air. Take out some German fighter planes while they're trying to escort their bombers. Lost a convoy, but they lost 5 destroyers. Wow, the German fleet must be like 2 now. 10. And they're trying to build a fort wall in the east. I'm not sure how necessary that's going to be, Germany. I really don't feel like you really need to do that. Okay, we are having supply problems here. Now we're deployed, but for a moment, before supply becomes a real issue, we can strike. So let's do just that. Let's strike into the plains and the open areas. See if we can get a couple of micro pockets and then crush forwards. Here's the plan here. We still have 0 manpower, which it does hurt me. You guys were on purple offensive, weren't you? Yes. We should be garrisoning these ports. Instead, I'm going to deploy here in a very short line near the coast, ready to hopefully exploit the fact that they're going to deploy lots of men from the south to resist my push in the north. That's the plan, at least. We'll see how it works. Plan here is to go there, then here, circle this little area here. Looks like that's going to work pretty well. Nice. I really like fighting with some AI on the front line, actually. I normally hate it, but they're just kind of going to do all my my cover for me. So I won't get encircled because they'll be there, which is handy. This is a slightly tougher push, but we're making it. We're making it. Supply problems here? No? So why aren't you guys going up? Ah, you guys are actually meant to be all the way up here. Well, no excuses. Get up here. You don't need to eat. It's a luxury that I'm not going to afford you. More logistical bombing? No, more carrier improvements, please. You can go that way. Get these guys pocketed. 1 man pin them. And that should be good. You can hop in here. Whereas moving in to hold that breach. Excellent. Down here, just about to break them. That's what I like to see. Through and north. And here we'll cut south. Looks like we're going to be able to pocket their whole defensive line between these two rivers and then push to the coast without too much of a problem. They might redeploy enough to stop us getting to the coast, but if they do, should weaken them up in other areas, and then we can hit them there. Okay, there's the first pocket, which they are immediately trying to break out of, but unsuccessfully. I am overjoyed to report. And here, more men just need to move into the front. Good. I'm seeing some redeployment from the south, not the kind of levels I was hoping for, but we'll see if that changes in the future. Attack him here. Attack him here. Good. You can go south. You can go south. You can hold and go south. Good. We're losing. We've got some better stuff there. Probably more artillery research wouldn't hurt at all. Let's condense these attacking divisions into the relevant area, keep them pushing on. Yeah, the coast push might be a bit ambitious, but we're certainly going to be able to get some encirclements along the way. Hopefully we won't get encircled ourselves too much. We should probably prioritize encircling the enemy over the coast push, because every Japanese division we destroy is one more not preventing us achieving our higher level strategic objectives. So there's that. This is obviously just awful. So maybe we should try. Well, let's just reorg for a second here. This guy can move in here. You can move in here. Okay. Yeah, stop garrisoning unnecessary edges. You guys, get in here. Let's see an offensive. Good. And you can go north. You could maybe cut them off here, actually. That weak little cav unit is looking like the hole in their line that I need right now. You can press on, because you've got reinforcements coming. Good. Cav has broken. As long as we can get people in here to plug these gaps, we'll be in pretty good shape. You should be on support attack. Someone asked me, by the way, how do you use support attacks? It's control, right click, hold control, and then right click. Yeah, I can't believe anyone's playing this game not knowing that. It would be so much harder not knowing that you can support attack. So there you go. That's how you do that. Yeah, no, some of you guys should still be heading in here. Good. Yeah, nice defensive line established here. This guy moving in. No one moving to stop him. Superb. A few more naval battles. Right, has my fleet arrived yet? Mediterranean fleet temporarily deployed? Yes, it has indeed. Okay, so just strike force in this region. So as soon as the Italians try and intercept my subs, they're going to get a nasty surprise. Darn, they're pushing me back from here now. I really want to finish this pocket. These guys coming through in the center could be what we need. Get some high orb people in here. Bring you round. That should work. Good. Got a nice push there now. You can assist. You can assist. I really wish military access let you base planes out of your enemy's air bases. I don't really see why it doesn't. There might be a balance argument for it, I suppose. It would just make defending the Soviets too easy, maybe. And I suppose it makes sense that you should have to lend-lease the ships over, because the planes over, because the planes have to actually reach there. But by that logic, you should be able to, A, if they're long-distance planes, you should be able to fly them over, and B, you should have to fly them to your own overseas air bases as well. So, I'm not sure. Okay, I think we will try and break them right here. See how that goes. Oh darn! They reopened that pocket. Or did I never establish the pocket? I swear I did. Right? We established a pocket here. I guess I just accidentally reopened it. Well, shouldn't be a problem. They're attacking me, which means they're all just tanking. Usually support attacking. Ah, damn! They're getting reinforcements. Well, we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying. We're gaining ground here, one way or the other. They're not making any moves on any other fronts. Looking good there. Good. Yeah, nice. Okay, you guys can consolidate slightly more in. Sweet. And we're in there. Nice. Okay, perhaps we want to do a little bit of readjusting to the new front line. Let these guys get some planning bonus. They're probably almost out. Yeah, almost all of them have no planning bonus. Might want to readjust. Although, I would love to... Oh, that's bad. Can't have that. Absolutely cannot have that. So we will immediately liberate him. Wartime election. Do I want to have an election, but the communists and fascists gain power? Would we get some more stability? Yes, of course, we'll have an election. It's going to give us a nice little stability boost, which will by far outweigh the stability loss caused by having the communists in power. Wow, why are we losing so badly here? Have they got crazy air support or something? They do have pretty good air support. That might be why. Alright, hold it off. We're going to free these guys from here. Should be fine. We might want to keep them pinned here, actually, now I think about it. Maybe attacking from a narrower direction will help. Less frontage means less enemy air support. There we go. Good. Freed them there. The pin was successful. Excellent. We do have enough to modify the government. I could go to almost serve, but I really, really don't want to. Instead, I think a ship designer is long past due. An Atlantic fleet designer for really good carriers does seem good. I kind of love the production cost, because we don't care much about range, and you can have so many more ships. But yeah, we'll go with Atlantic. Those badass carriers, I think, are what we want. Bum, bum, bum. Good. And yeah, we're making it out of here without too heavy losses, and then we'll just reorganize on the front and be ready for a future push. Meanwhile, in the south, these guys, full planning bonus, should be able to melt these 3 divisions, even with their mountain defense bonus. Again, it will probably come down to how heavily... Yeah, they've got a lot of close air support, which is just what's going to cause a lot of problems for us. Oh well, we'll see what we can do. You guys should all be signed properly. Okay, there's our lighter cruiser improvements. We could get some civilian factories and dockyards out in the east. Get faster land fort construction speed. That's pretty good. Is there anything else in here that's really useful? I mean, the Burma Road would help China a bit. Naval experience in here. Repair speed is handy. Oh, I did miss out on my fighter research bonus, which I should obviously have been using on the Tempest. That was a mistake. Oh well, what are you going to do? More special forces, actually, for imminent, likely imminent naval invasion actions seems sensible to me. That strikes me as a weak spot. Let's see if we can exploit that. No, their air support in the region is just a real pain. What else? We've conquered down here. Good. And here, let's be seeing that active, please. And the way we'll activate it is just very briefly putting these 2 over here. And then it should activate. Yeah. And we can withdraw them with no problem. Good. So, do we take out that Italian fleet? 3 dead for a light cruiser. Not overjoyed by that combat result. Still enemy ships active here? No. We scared them off at least. Good. You guys can now return home. Excuse me. There we go. Good. Just return to Tunisia. That should be fine. Meanwhile, scouting in the Med is not yet bringing results, but we'll see. With the strike force returning, we should be in a good spot there. It'll take a while to return, of course. It's got to go all the way around Africa, given that they shut the Suez on us, the bastards. But, you know, we make do. We make do. Hopefully I'm hoping to crush in here before their close air support really arrives. Yeah, a little bit arriving, but we're getting in there slowly, nonetheless. Okay. Come on, Soviets. 99%. Okay. We are finally, I think, going to see a Soviet capitulation either in the last minutes of this episode or tomorrow. And yes, I know I've said that before. And yes, I know I was wrong before. But now, I mean it. They're at 99%. Come on, Soviets. Okay, here it is. Tashkent will break them, I think. And then we'll see the new reality with our vast oil surplus that I'm very much looking forward to. Lost a destroyer. Some more destroyers. Lost a heavy cruiser. Are they just going hard on Air Force? They are going hard on Air Force over the eastern North Sea. Let's move some people to try and counter that a little. See if we can shoot down some of their... it's a shame this circle isn't centered on the airbase. See if we can shoot down some of their CAS here. Or at least disrupt the bombing runs. But I want to keep control there because I don't want them to be able to invade Norway again.
Ready to move.
Okay, we're looking at one step at a time advances in this plains area. Even in the plains, they really shouldn't be able to stop us, even with all their close air support. And maybe here we should just push them out of this area, but I really want to pocket them. I suppose it might end up coming from the north, like sweeping round like that. We'll see. Come on, Soviets. I really want to see you capitulate. They're so close to Tashkent now. I want to see the Soviet peace deal, mostly, because it's going to heavily affect our strategy going forwards. Am I losing more destroyers in here? No, good. Ah, there was one. Damn it. Well, we could at least, with our new anti-air, we should put that onto our destroyers. So let's do that. The scouts need level 4 anti-air. Big upgrade. Already got level 2 sonar. And the scouts, they need the finest radar, which they already have. Better torpedoes. Do we need it on the scouts? It's such a small cost increase. Let's get it. We could also maybe use dual-purpose batteries for even more anti-air. Yes, please. That seems good. This is the 40 Scout Mark II, I believe. Yeah. MK2. Save it up. And these guys... oh, we've got some that actually can't deploy right now. We need more manpower. How long? 43 days. I can't wait 43 days. Some more of you guys are getting deleted. Okay, this fallback line is not really necessary anyway, because I think we're going to be able to hold further up, so I'll delete you. We need those ships to deploy. And then the second they do deploy, I can switch them over to the new scouts. And just run one more of these old ones. We also need a new screen. Screen, I'm not going to put anti-air guns in the batteries. I'm going to keep that as it is. Screen Mark II now? Yes. 1940 screen MK2. Save it up. Lovely. How many have we got in order queued right now? 1, 2, 3. So let's have... there it is. 3 of these. Glorious. Bump that up. And then as soon as these guys finish, we'll have it replaced. And I am going to want all these new guys to go into the good old reserve fleet. Please and thank you. Right, so 1 scout there. We're going to need 2 more scouts. I'm so glad I found out that you can shift click that, by the way. By found out, I mean was told. And now onto bigger screens. I like cruiser screens. Also, of course, important to protect them from the air. 2 anti-airs, giving them a very nice anti-air defense. Secondaries, I think dual-purpose secondaries is already what they have. Yes. Make sure they are not ashamed. So this is the 1940 screen MK2, please. Thank you very much. Just 1 more of those. We're only running 2 lines of those right now. It's kind of surprisingly low, honestly. Tension, and we risk. All that is pure. Gotta love the Roman Total War soundtrack. It's so good. Okay, yeah, there we go. You there, there. Good. They're all next to each other. Super bon. Anything outdated under production? No. The line ships. Well, I mean, they've barely started. I could switch them up regardless. To have this better anti-air. I really feel like that's something I should be able to change even while it's in production. Maybe. Because, I mean, have they made the anti-air guns yet? I feel like they probably haven't. How many days have I been losing? It's not even telling me, it's so few. This last one I will. I mean, it's already got like a fifth done, so I'll let that finish. Okay. Good. Come on, Soviets. Give it up. Tashkent's fallen. Come now. Come on, please. 99%. Where's the next victory point? I mean, is there even a victory point anywhere around here? I mean, I guess it's this one. We're just going to let this episode go along. It's the last one I'm recording in this session, so I really want to see the Soviets capitulate. You guys, keep going with the inch-by-inch progression, please. Good. Okay. Come on, Soviets. Give it up. Give up the goose. Throw in the towel. Give up. You should be... Excuse me? Why can't I let it operate here? It's weird. They're going home. You guys should be on split off, by the way. As if you hadn't already been told 100 times. And you should also absorb the Eastern Fleet. Are you repaired enough to be going on a trip? I mean, wish them luck. They might get caught en route, but honestly, after their shameful display in that earlier fight, they kind of deserve it. Honestly. Nope, 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 nope. Love that you can click H now and stop advancing with multiple armies. It's so good. It's honestly like the best change in Man the Guns. That's not quite true, but it's almost true. Alright, steel problems are being had. Let's reduce our imports slightly. Increase on France, however. Superb. Have we got that steel in Quebec yet? We do indeed. We get up to 24. It's not bad. Always confuses me when the middle mouse button does this. I don't know how you fix it either. I think you have to tab out and then tab back in again. Nope, still broken. That's weird. Well, we're nearly the end here. Okay, so we've got some tanks ready. Hey, now it's fixed. Bizarre. We've got some tanks ready, which is exciting. So let's deploy them. Are you 100% now? Yeah. Look at that. Brand spanking new tanks. Look at them. They're glorious. Well, obviously, we're going to ship them to China. You guys could really operate from within this Saigon army, I feel like. Good. Which frees up the tanks to operate in their own army in the Chinese theater. Who are we going to have command the tanks? Do we have a tank commander? I want you to show... Yeah, show active. So why aren't you showing up at the top? I guess show active just puts them at the bottom of the list regardless. This guy looks pretty good. He's got Panzer Lead. He's got 5 attack. I like that. He's got good supply. Yeah, he looks perfect. Why are you in this? No, you stay there, my man.
Ready to move.
Alright. I feel confident with our control over most of the seas, but I'm happy with you to go to Casablanca. Although, with the addition of the Spanish fleet, maybe I shouldn't. No, it looks okay. Good. National Spanish fleet, have you got sunk? 2 of you have. Another Norwegian convoy's got the end of the world. Okay, so who have I left without a general? Now I've pinched this guy. It's the main offensive group in China. Well, let's take this guy, who I think was up here somewhere. No, where was he? He was commanding the defensive one down here. Yeah, that was a waste of some serious talent. I will use an exile division guy, I think, because lots of them have infantry expert, which is a trait I love, or can have infantry expert rather. Meanwhile, our sub-raiding fleet man, I'd love him to have silent hunter, and yeah, fire 25% more torpedoes, and be incredibly concealed. Yeah, that sounds good. You can get reinforced a little. You can't because they're in battle. That's fine. I will send them to a different fleet then. Okay, so tanks now en route. Glorious. Does it give me a percentage chance of interception? No, none. Good. Yeah, so he should go down there, and then we'll obviously send them by land from there all the way to China. Oh, hello. This reorganization has left a bit of a gap in their lines.
Orders.
And and they've got no entrenchment. Let's see if maybe we can push in here. Obviously, once the tanks arrive, we're really going to start making some headway. Especially because they're anti-air tanks, which means... oh, I think the Soviets are done. They're done. Peace conference over. Oh, it's real bad. The Germans did take all this land all the way up to our line. That's really bad. Ah, and Iran exists. That's really good. That's going to make their defense over here really weak. But, this... I was hoping the Romanians might actually take some land. What did the Romanians take? None. It said the Romanians take 4 states. I mean, they took Bessarabia. Ah, Bessarabia is now 2 states. Ah, right, and Bukovina. They just took back their cause. Oh, God. Well, that's bad, because the fact that we now have a direct front with Germany is going to cause us real problems. But, you know, we soldier on. So we'll see what we can do to hold out. Regardless, we now own this land directly, which means it's time for some forts as soon as possible. We've got to 4 to start with. It also means we just suddenly got a vast influx of fuel, because now Azerbaijan, once it's repaired up, it's going to give us a lovely, lovely oil income. It's going to double. Almost, not double actually. It's going to give us a substantial oil income. And we're going to want... yeah, we're going to want at least some more infrastructure in this whole region. Okay. Now, this army can have its orders deleted. Except that one. We should stay there. And then we will retake this whole area, so that we don't have any problems with that. You can extend your fallback line. Good. I'm really glad I thought about the fact that we're going to need to set up this this big kind of supply line prep, because now we actually have some supply up here. Control of edge provinces is real bad still, but we should very quickly be able to re-establish our former supply lines. Which will be good. Better than our former supply lines, in fact, because I'll have direct control over building infrastructure in the region. You spares can go on this defensive line. Good. Okay, everyone's got an attack order here. And yeah, as they spread out, things will improve a great deal. We will also prioritize building the Georgian airbase. Okay, they are immediately attacking us, and we've got bad supplies. That hurts me. But... excuse me? Why don't I have control of this airbase? Right, get in there. I like how you can build it even when you don't have control of the airbase. It's a little odd, that, I'll grant you. Alright, good. Planes in here. Didn't I thought I had plane reserves sitting nearby. Apparently not. Okay, you 800. Let's be seeing you with haste over the Caucasus region. And 4 of you can go directly in here. Good. We held off their initial offensive, which was the only one they really had a sizable chance of winning. Because now that we've got our supply lines re-established, or almost re-established, we're going to be in a much better shape. We're going to go up to level 5 infrastructure in this whole area first. Just keep rocking on that infantry, that's artillery, actually, I think. Our infantry could do with it. And then once we've cleared up here, some of these guys will go on this fallback, and the rest can move to the front. Aren't we influencing these guys? They have liberty ethos, but also fascist inclinations. Okay. Let's get a non-aggression pact with them. Just make them slightly less likely to join the Axis. Even I don't know if it even does, but worth a go, right? You can take 30 men, so here's another. You can take 24, and you've got 24, okay. But you probably could do with your American divisions swapping out. And there's some good Brits in there as well. We'll swap them out to over here. Because this is an Iranian front line, it's very unlikely that the Germans will put men on it. Weirdly, it seems that the faction leader is influenced by that much less than others. So there's still lots of people on the German side deployed to that front line, just not Germans, which is odd. Don't know what's causing that. We have Montgomery, the legend, holding this region. We've got 2 fairly good generals. Heinrich is actually not superb, but he will hopefully do the job. Building those forts. Good. War propaganda against the German Reich has just become available. I'm tempted to go with war bonds, but to help out with this construction area. What would we gain? Probably only like 5 or 6 factories. Yeah, that's... See that right there? That's a real problem. If only we'd been able to build these damn forts earlier. We are going to hold, I think, though. Problem is, yeah, it's in the Caucasus region. Sorry, in the Kuban region. So I guess we will deploy some people there now. And fit another 200 planes. Perhaps some of the legendary Polish aces in exile flying out of... who've been practicing in Scotland could come down. I could do with some more fighters deployed in general. But we have so many close air support. Let's just deploy it down here. Oh no, because we do need a few more over Northern England here. If I could mod, I would make this interface so much better. Because you could make it, you could improve it so massively just by making it like not the types of planes here, just the sorry, not each individual plane, just the types would be so much better. I would adore that. Okay, and then the south, let's have another 800 of these. We'll use French manpower. Once they're deployed, we can split them. Over here, give me another 800 CAS, please. I'm just going to finish setting up my defensive lines. I really wish I'd invented better CAS sooner, by the way, obviously. Yeah, they don't have range from down there, but we can split them up and move them up here, I suppose. Maybe that should be the priority. Give me air bases in this region as an absolute priority. Alright, next. Yeah, air superiority. And that's what's really important right now, I suppose. Okay, you are going to be a flexible line guy. Good. Just reinforce where it's needed. And actually, yeah, you guys really ought to all be on this line. Up where the fighting's at. Move slightly in there. Looks like we're holding okay. I mean, obviously, if we can hold here, we're going to start inflicting some really heavy casualties on the Germans. Got zero manpower again. So you guys get deleted. We actually don't have the supply up at the right up the front line right now. We're working on that, though. Let's go to 6. And we are holding them so far, which is a very good sign. Oh, hello. Really? On that well-defended spot? Germans aren't throwing tanks at us. Which is nice. It's awfully kind of them. These guys actually arrived. Yes, they have. Okay. Let's try and get a few more of them flying over the Kuban region. They have bad range, but they're just in range of the fights, which is what matters, I suppose. And then some of those fighters as well. Get them over the Kuban. And we will actually fight for air superiority. We'll take much higher casualties, but I think it's going to be worth it. God, we're struggling all the way along the line. This is really bad. Okay, stop it on the forts. What's the best supply position to hold? It's here. And then here. Okay. Top priority. Get me this defensive line built. Nowhere can be attacked from 3 directions except this one mountain tile. And if we tried to fall back from that, it would be even worse. Let's try and get that built. Oh, they ceased their offensive in the north. We just need a couple more fort levels here, and then it'll be solid. And a couple more... Oh, yes, more manpower. That will help for damn sure. God, it's freaking close, though. Oh, the US and obviously the Soviets aren't exporting any more steel to us. Ouch. At least we've got loads of fuel now. No, go straight back in there. One of you shuffle along. Okay, their attacks are weakening a bit. We've got all the air bases here full. Yeah, I mean, obviously not this one, but this one's not where the impact's happening. Oh, God, stressful. Okay, this is a double-length episode. Should have just done it in 2. Never mind. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. In the next one, we'll do our best to hold back this German offensive. It's the trial by fire. Let's see. If we can't hold them here, I mean, we kind of lose the campaign, right? Because where could we hold them if not there? All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.